Welcome to our Park City Market Talk webinar for February 2018. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties.
And I'm Doug Olmstead, the seller's consultant here on the Wilstein team, and thank you very much for joining us today.
All right, we have a lot to cover. There's been a lot of activity here in Park City. Of course, the Sundance Film Festival, we just had that. Lots of celebrities. Did you get out there and see any films?
Lots of celebrities. I did see one. It was called Tully.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting here thinking about how to tell you about what it's about, but I would give it away. So just go see it. It was a typical Sundance film.
Well, you really know how to create curiosity, don't you?
Exactly.
All right. Did you see any celebrities when you were out there?
That I did not.
Okay.
No.
Well, there were plenty here.
Yeah.
Lots of celebrities in Park City, and one that we have to tell you about with sadness, and that's the passing of Warren Miller. Those of you who have been ski fans, further back you go, the more you know his name. I think I first heard him in 1970s.
As long as I can remember, that's for sure.
Great guy to put together funny and really creative skiing films and snowboard films, wonderful sights. He passed here in January 25th. But if you have fond memories of Warren Miller, you ought to go to YouTube. A lot of his videos and films are there. And if you've never seen them, you definitely have to go because they're really a gas, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, I remember at every lunch break you'd go into the lodge and you'd be watching it.
I just love his dry sense of humor.
Very dry sense of humor. It's pretty good. Very exciting time for Park City and winter sports because, of course, the Olympics are going on in Pyeongchang. Not the big G if you're getting it exactly right, but in the U.S. we tend to call it Pyeongchang in South Korea, the Olympic Games. What do you think of those opening ceremonies?
I thought they were fantastic. Lot to talk about, but the drones I think were pretty cool. I mean, how they can program those drones to fly and make the shapes like that snowboard. That was incredible. I don't know how they do it.
That is wild. I mean, I get one of those, and if I don't crash it, I'm feeling pretty good about myself here. The part I liked the best was when they pulled together all those drones that were spread apart, like stars, and then it formed it formed the Olympic rings. You can even see in our picture them streaming in. It's just incredible. Anyway, we're into the Olympic Games when we're doing this webinar. We're not reporting on the wins because it would take too long, but quite excited about the games. What else are we going to do on this webinar?
Well, we're going to, of course, bring you up to date on what's been happening on the Park City real estate market.
All right. And we want to tell you about our new social media marketing we're quite excited about.
We are happy to introduce the Icon Pass, or at least tell you about it. Very exciting, and we're going to talk more about that.
That's right. And then we want to talk about the best time to buy a second home or rental property. So that's what's on our schedule for today. Let's jump into the stats right away. What's happening in the market, Doug?
Well, sales are up again. 1,384 sales in Park City over the past 12 months. That's all real estate brokerages combined, and that's homes, condos, and vacant lands combined. Again, up 4% of 50 sales over the previous month.
Now this graph here breaks it down into homes, condos, or lots. We're looking at the period of February 2017 through January 2018 with the red bars. The silver bars are that same time period, 12 months before, so you have a year-to-year comparison. The number of home sales are up 7% from 531 to 567. Relatively no change among the condos with 635 this past year. And then lots climbed from 167 to 182, a 9% increase.
Nice. This chart, we just broke it down between the Park City limits and out in the Snyderville Basin or the county. In Park City, up 13% from 157 to 178 sales. And again, up 4% in Snyderville Basin in the county, 374 sales up to 389.
Condominiums in the city limits rose by 7% from 317 to 338. A bit of a decline here on the condos, 7%, dropping from 319 to 297. Now, the main reason for the decline is not a lack of interest in condos in that area, but rather the year before we had so many that came on the market, it really boosted up the number of sales, and so this is kind of following in line with a continuous increase year over year.
And vacant land in Park City, where there's just not a whole lot of dirt left to sell.
Yep.
Still up 25%, however, from 20 sales up to 25 sales. And out in the county, in Centerville Basin, up 7% from 147 to 157 lot sales.
Now, we like to look at this graph, the average time on the market, and compare last year with this past year. When we see it shorter number of days, this shows a stronger market. You can see that properties are selling 6 days faster than the year before. So if you properly price your property, they'll sell pretty quickly.
All right. Well, good buyer demand, shorter days on market. What does it do for property prices, Bob?
It pushes them up. They keep going up. Take a look at this. We're looking at homes, medium sold prices, up 17% within the city limits, climbing from the previous 1,600,000 to 1,875,000. And in the Snyderville Basin, a nice 7% increase, breaking the $1 million price point. It was a resistance point, kept hitting against it, but it's pushed through there with prices climbing from the previous 962,000 now to 1,025,000 and change.
Nice. Similar story for condominiums in Park City, up 5%, 690,000 up to 725,000. Snyderville Basin up 6%, big gain from 465,000 up to 493.
And here we have lots. Again, there weren't that many lot sales, but big increase, 19% in the city limits, with setting a new price of 805,000 from the previous one at 677,500. A little bit of a decrease in the Snyderville Basin, 462,000 dropped to 450,000. Now, social media marketing, we want to spend a little time here telling you about it because we've been working quite a bit on improving social media. We know that we get news every day between things that interest us or just communicating with our friends, our family members daily, if not hourly. We do it through social media, through our cell phones, through text, through email, through pictures, you name it. It's really a key part of our life. And so we made a big commitment to use social media marketing to sell our properties for our clients. Lots of different ways you can do it, from SEO that you're familiar with to content. We like to provide a lot of content, those of you familiar with us. But now we're pushing it up by hiring a marketing specialist company. They were named to the top 10 by Inc. 500 magazine, so they are really, really good. And we're utilizing some new strategies, including email marketing, which we've used quite a bit, but it's taken it to the next level. Text message marketing, even utilizing retarget marketing, so that if you go to our website, don't be surprised if later you're seeing us on your Google page or our properties that we're marketing on the Google page. We just want to make sure that nobody misses any properties that we're marketing, so we're hitting it real hard with this social media. Here's just a quick example. This from Facebook. This was just promoting last month's webinar where I gave my predictions for the Park City real estate market in 2018. You can see that the number of views was 24,333 when we took a picture of it. So we got people looking at our marketing, and of course, not 24,000 people have not watched our webinar. That'd be nice, but a lot more people are watching it. They're getting exposed to our website, BuyParkCity.com. So we're quite excited about it. Here's an example of actually a property we're marketing and utilizing the same marketing techniques and boosting the site, and 224,000 people saw this property on Facebook. So we're utilizing these techniques, and our clients are digging it big time because they're getting the exposure to the property. It's exactly what they want to sell it.
Well, I know I'm excited for this one. Altera Mountain Company, we told you about them acquiring Deer Valley, and just huge. So they own many resorts in the U.S. and in Canada. Just Steamboat, Winter Park in Colorado, Squaw Valley, Alpine Meadows, Mammoth Mountain, Big Bear Mountain, Stratton in Vermont, Snowshoe in West Virginia, just on and on and on. Big company.
And they're the folks who bought Deer Valley. So, for a while it was Park City and Canyons that got combined and added to Val's collection, and now Deer Valley has been absorbed into this company, Altera. And what we were all curious about, Vail had their Epic Pass that was good at all their resorts. Would suddenly a similar pass be made available through Deer Valley? And lo and behold, it's called the Icon Pass.
It is.
The Icon Pass unites these 12 destination resorts that are part of the Altera Mountain Company, plus 11 destination partners that span 9 states and 3 Canadian provinces. The Icon Pass holders will have access to 50,000 skiable acres of terrain with pass privileges, which will range from anything from a full and limited access to every aspect of the mountain to a set number of days. And this will vary depending upon the destination. I don't even know how they coordinated. Look how many different resorts are coming together here. But this one pass is going to allow you to ski or ride all of them for some degree. And it's competition for that Vail Pass.
It sure is. Check out Alta and Snowboard on there if you're a Utah fan.
That's right. So we got Utah's well represented here. California is, Colorado is. It's really quite exciting. So we know very little about this. They just recently announced this. There will be more information available. They'll go on sale in the springtime, but we really need the details that aren't available yet on how many days you get at each resort, etc. So that's the iconpass.com if you want to keep an eye on that. And of course, we'll report on that as well. But now you can ski all over the country with a single pass.
It's pretty fantastic.
And that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness to our beloved Vail and our other resorts here, we can't forget about the Epic Pass. Look at that Telluride.
Telluride just got added.
This pass, of course, is something that you can get through the Vail Company. It allows you access to Park City, and there's a lot of other resorts, of course, Vail and Beaver Creek, Whistler, Keystone, Heavenly, several out of the country that you can ski. So great combination pass. So now you've got the Icon Pass, or soon we'll have the Icon Pass. You've got the Epic Pass. What you've got is you've got great skiing and riding options. It really is something. Well, let's turn our attention to our final topic for this webinar. We're about midway through the ski season. We know that Deer Valley is scheduled to close Sunday, April 8th, Park City Mountain Sunday, April 16th. And with that fact, we thought we would deal with this question we're often asked, and that is, when is the best time to buy a second home or rental property? And in light of the mid-season, what do you think, Doug?
I would say it's now.
Now it is. I think you're right. Definitely things change for both buyers and sellers. If you're a buyer, it's easier to preview properties during the second half of the season. You just can get in them easier. And some sellers may be getting a little anxious to sell. Maybe they've been on the market, they haven't seen the offers that they wanted, and they may be willing to negotiate a more attractive price for a buyer later in the season. And that often attracts buyers to come in at this point in time. Some people want to buy a property and renovate it towards their own tastes and preferences, and so they like to buy at the end of the season, and they're going to take the off season, the summer months, so that they can do whatever remodeling they want, and they're not losing any rental income.
Exactly.
But it's also a good time to sell a property. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, if you're looking to sell a property, also a great time because there's still plenty of time left in the current ski season to sell your property. You've still got people coming to look for second homes, rental properties, primary residences. So plenty of time. So just go to BuyParkCity.com and find you about your properties for sale in your neighborhood or your condominium, and get a free property value assessment of your home or condominium. This is, of course, a no obligation free service that we offer, and I think that you're going to walk us through that.
Yep. Well, let me just show you how to find it. Go to BuyParkCity.com. As you do, you'll see a website. This is our home page, and lots of good information on this new website. But all you have to do is at the very top of any page on the website, you'll see this button that says Home Free Home Valuation. If you want to know what's happening in terms of your property value, click on that. It will say, I'd like to know what my property is worth. Contact me for a free property value assessment. It's already checked. And so all you do is take a moment, put your name in there, your email address, and your phone number so that we can contact you. And you hit submit, and that will come to us, and we will reach out to you and arrange to see your property, and then provide you with the information. So there's no obligation. We'll let you know about other properties for sale in your neighborhood, and so you'll learn sales in your neighborhood or your condominium property if that's what you're inquiring about, and the value of your current property. But the key thing that you want to do is this time in the season, you've got to act now because we need to really jump on it so that the buyers who are here in town are able to get into your property. With that in mind, the Olympics are underway, and following the Olympics will be the Paralympic Games, and so check it out. We're excited. We got a lot of our local residences or people who train here competing there, so we're quite excited to see what they do on that ice there, in the Olympic ice, as they say.
Pretty fantastic, special time.
Yeah, it really is. If you have any questions, you can email us, ron@thewilsteinteam.com.
Or of course, Doug at thewilsteinteam.com. And if you'd like us to give you a call, please include the best phone number and time to reach you, and we'll contact you and see how we can help you out.
So with that in mind, thank you for participating in our webinar. And what do we have to say? We got to say, go USA.